There's really nothing wrong with that, though.
Well, there's lots of people that are like, oh, once I've been there once, I know it forever.
Because I'm a god now.
I've been to the street. That better if I turn on the microphone.
Yeah, the microphone should be on. Yeah. And can we hear each other?
Yes.
What I did was I lowered it down a bit because I found myself to be way too warm on the mic.
Warm?
Too warm. Like I was
that
too
just loud?
No, too rich.
Oh, okay.
In the way I was on the mic, I felt like you guys weren't. So I sound like I was this guy close to the mic, speaking like a
radio
god.
host guy.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I can't do that. But you're actually pretty warm yourself.
I run hot.
You do run hot. You run hot. You have a temper.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't. Your temper's gone.
Yeah, it's pretty well. Well, it's not gone.
You're in check, though.
I'm just way better at it, yeah.
You're way better at it now.
Yeah, the powerlifting went a long way for that.
It really did, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the powerlifting seems to be like your thing. Was that what was missing? Was that missing in your life? A decent relationship in a powerlifting regimen?
It might have just been like a way to release the aggression without doing anything. Because even the fighting didn't help.
Yeah.
It just like...
I always felt like that wasn't your thing.
No, it really wasn't.
I mean, like, not that you're not a scrappy son of a gun.
Yeah.
But some guys do it because that's just... It's kind of like a thing they can do. They're physically adept at moving their body around and fighting.
Yeah.
And some guys just do it because, like, I can fight. I'm going to do this. And they get knocked out all the time, right?
Yeah.
But for you, it just seemed like you were good at it. It's not that you weren't good at it.
Yeah.
But it didn't fulfill you at all.
No.
Yeah.
I did. I enjoyed the training. Mm-hmm. I didn't really like the fighting.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
As a guy who had a rage monster inside him.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this.
We have.
It was a bonding point for us. We bonded over the angry monkey.
Over being the Hulk, basically.
In our heart.
Yeah.
I think it was in our spine. It hides in your spine. Like, what was it? Venom did that for a while, didn't it?
Yeah, he's in, like, the CNS or the...
Or Iron Man hid the suit.
Fluid.
Yeah, he's in the cerebral. You got all technical on me, you freaking EMT. Yeah. But, Iron Man had them in the hollows of his bones for a bit. Remember the suit when he got the
the liquid suit?
The Extremis in the comics?
Yeah.
He was able to get the liquid suit and it would be in his pores.
Yeah,
it was like in the hollow. It was weird. I didn't like that.
Black Lady Iron Man now.
Riri.
Have you?
Yeah. We just talked about this.
Did we? Did you and I talk about it, or did you talk about it
the
with
guys.
Someone else?
We had the boys here.
Oh.
And they talked about it.
Yeah.
So you missed out because you couldn't make it on Sunday.
Yeah, well, I was working.
Yeah, well, you were saving lives.
Yeah. Well,
you were stopping God's work.
In all reality, I don't think I did anything Sunday night. So.
Oh, there you go. Could have called in.
I always forget. I should have called in.
You can always call in. But yeah, Black Lady Iron Man. Well, it's like a little kid.
Yeah, she's like 15 or something, right? Mm-hmm. She's like a super gifted engineer or something.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's kind of the story that I got. She's like a gifted engineer. She pirated some half-ass specs online for an Iron Man suit.
That's a cool story.
Built one in her dorm room.
I don't mind her being Iron Man. I don't mind that. I don't mind like Lady Thor. I don't mind She-Hulk. I just don't like it when they gender reverse everything for the sake of gender reversing everything.
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't do everybody at once.
I would like to see a strong character in their own right.
Yeah.
Either minority or female.
Yeah, like doesn't matter. Like Luke Cage in himself was a strong character.
Yeah. I don't need Power Woman.
No.
But the same origin story.
Not just for the sake of doing Power Woman.
Yeah.
I do like that they're not just making Iron Man out of a female black character. Like, I guess they sort of are.
Well, they did it with Rhodey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of did it with him. It's all right. I can hit the table and all that. Don't worry about it. I know you're all like weird with your hands right now. That's fine, man. It's cool.
It's just how I operate.
I've got to turn down a little bit now too, so it won't be.
Fuck around with the mic for 5 minutes and then I'm awkward and weird.
Then you have to reset it when we're done.
Yeah.
Because it can't be up.
No, it's got to look the same as.
It's an OCD issue with you. It's brutal. Because like Luke was staring at you when he turned all the mics down. He tried to move his away. And you're like, no, it can't. No, I'm going to straighten it out. No, but yeah, I don't like them just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
But with her, it seems like it is kind of organic.
Yeah.
Like she's a character in the world who will get her own character.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like they're like overly feminizing the Iron Man suit. Like it's not going to have breastplates and stuff. Like
they're kind of almost hiding her as Iron Man.
I
like
think a little bit.
Yeah, she's going to be mentored by Tony Stark, but she's going to also be just like, I am Iron Man. Like the voice is going to have a modulator or whatnot, so people don't know.
Yeah, which... Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Because that's how Iron Man started, right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody knew Tony Stark was in this.
No, he was the bodyguard.
The bodyguard, the guy.
The secret bodyguard.
You should be here when Raji's around.
Yeah.
Because he was a Tales to Astonish guy. and like Journey to Mystery.
Oh yeah.
So he's an old school
That's
comic guy.
way before my time.
It is, but you're pretty good. You keep up on those conversations.
Yeah, I do. I hang in there a little bit.
Yeah.
Dan
does not.
Yeah, I was yelling at you guys about Wonder Man, I think, when I was listening to the podcast.
Simon.
Yeah, I think
What was it again?
Simon Williams.
Simon Williams. I don't know why I always forget the Williams.
As soon as it happened, I was like, Simon Williams.
Yeah.
And then you didn't get it for like 3 minutes.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
was like, fuck you guys.
How do you think Kevin feels
Oh, yeah.
when you do the movie stuff?
Did he come in last week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
He's at Fantastic Fest right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Montreal? Yeah. He was.
out there
I think he's the only one too. Because usually he goes with a gaggle. He goes with a few guys.
I think that's the first time he's been out to that thing.
No, he's been there a few times.
Oh.
Because he had a disclaimer out there that, hey guys, going there alone, first time in a long time, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, and that's not his voice.
No.
He'd be way more over here with his Brian Griffin voice.
He has a surprisingly deep voice.
That guy is a pro on the mic, though.
Yeah, he 100% is.
He made us sound so good on it. I listen. That's coming up next week.
Yeah.
I listen to that episode and think to myself, I sound like such a nasally douche because he is so pro on the mic.
Yeah, I don't know if is this just his voice from forever has been like that, or did he develop into the...
I would imagine he developed, but he's so awesome at it. Oh, I'm fucking everything up.
But he talks like that all the time.
He does.
Like,
I
that's
think
Kevin...
It's a habit now.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of gotten to where that's his voice. And that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, like Madonna being British.
Yeah, how did that happen? Or Johnny Depp being Madonna.
Yeah. Awful. That's
Yeah,
awful.
he's turned into Madonna.
Yeah.
And like weird British Madonna.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I'm not cool with.
Like 6 months deep British Madonna.
Is that how long it took?
At most.
She married Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
She hadn't moved yet.
No,
but she
and
was British.
She was British.
And she wasn't British. She was a proper British lady. She was like strangely hardcore
Yeah, she was
writing British fiction.
hardline writing British fiction.
Yeah. And accepted.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and just nobody said anything for a while.
Nobody gave a shit. So
Never
weird.
fucking
How's
know.
lifting going?
Good. Training seems to be
Train
going
today?
good. Yeah, bench today. Squatted on the day before yesterday, whatever day that is.
How's your PR?
I hit a rep PR.
Today?
No, today wasn't a very good bench day.
Oh.
Monday, whatever. Okay, day one off, which was 2 days ago.
Day one, so Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Right.
Beltless, I squatted 400 for 2 sets of 4, and then an AMRAP that I got 9.
Explain AMRAP.
As many reps as possible.
There you go. Because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, no, I just throw slang out.
It's weird. Like that'll happen in everything we do, though. Slang will hit, and the guys are like, "What's retcon? I don't know what retcon is." Like retroactive continuity. It's like, I don't fucking know that. You need to tell people this shit.
The reset.
The reset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of resetting, now I'm just like, tell us what it is.
Yeah. Break it
Cool.
down.
Not bad.
Yeah, super happy about that. Like August, I went back through my Instagram to find out what it was previously, and I think it was August last year, the last time I was training beltless. I did a 5 rep max at 385.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big improvement.
That's a good jump over a year.
Yeah.
And it's been what now? 4 years, right, for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think my first meet was 2012.
Yeah, we were just talking about last time you were here. We talked about this.
Yeah.
How Dan was kind of getting into it, and then
Yeah. And then I just came in and
he just came in and started doing what Ghost does.
yeah.
Took over,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Just
I'm
goon
afraid to
monkey
like draw with you, because like
Why?
you'll just be instantly better at it than everybody else.
I'm not good at drawing.
Yeah, you say that now. You weren't good at lifting.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not awful at copying pictures that I'm currently looking at.
Yeah.
Because I do a little bit of that. And I have like a beast and an Iceman that I drew that I'm kind of proud of.
That's cool, man.
But I can't actually do art.
So you're like Taskmaster.
Yeah.
So-
I'm just copying pictures.
You see somebody else do it, and automatically your muscle memory just knows.
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
not even
Lying
Taskmaster
scumbag.
like that. I stare at a picture and I break it down into little shapes and I copy those shapes onto my paper.
That is
then
surprisingly how you're supposed to do it.
Builds out from there.
That's what painters do.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys like are supernatural
Yeah, not that. No.
and supernatural, and they're very good at it.
Yes.
But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do the whole grid thing. But a lot of artists grid things out and are
Yeah.
remarkably good at it.
Oh, I don't grid things out though.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you kinda do.
Well, I do, sort of.
In your brain.
In my brain.
Yeah,
but I
without
don't,
doing it on
like,
paper.
Yeah, I don't like actually do proper proportions for anything.
So like one gigantic left eye.
Sometimes, yeah.
So you're Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
Generation 1 Todd McFarlane. Looked great.
Yeah.
But then it was super wonky.
Always forced perspective camera
Wildly.
angles.
Yeah. Dutch angles.
Dutch angles?
Yeah.
Why is that Dutch angles?
That's called a Dutch angle.
All right.
Yeah. You don't know a movie? Like
No,
if
I
you've
don't
got
know
a
anything
you don't know anything about
technical
movies.
I know storylines.
You know stories and
some
plot
actors.
and subplot and actors.
Oh,
But
subplot.
subplot. Well, the subplot of this particular end of the podcast is Dutch angles.
Dutch angles.
So when you have a movie and there's an angle where you see like a character walk up towards the screen, and the camera's low and at a skewed angle,
and it comes. They're still coming towards
like
it.
a really skewed angle. That's called a Dutch angle. It's mostly done to almost make you feel disoriented in a way, or like you kind of feel like, well, this isn't normally what I'm supposed to be looking at, so something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, like anytime the perspective of the main character, they're fucked up and sideways on the ground.
That's a good example. Yeah, good example of a Dutch angle.
All right, cool. I learned something today.
Yeah. The more you know. Don't sing it. You gotta pay money for that. we already talked about this. In the last one, we were worried about because we had the puppy monkey baby.
Oh yeah.
And I was a little bit concerned.
Yeah, but you didn't play it.
No, we didn't play it, but he said it over and over again.
That's okay. As long as you don't play it,
that is what it is.
It's fair use.
That's the big one.
That's my thing.
We were worried too because I use that free music because all my music is free shit, and I just play whatever I got to play on my keyboard to overtop it. So I use the loop. I use the Apple loop, and Dan was like, "Oh, Nerdist uses that." Like, oh man, they're gonna mark me for copyright because I use that shit. I was all like sweating. Nothing happened though, because nobody watches us anyway.
No. First of all, nobody watches us. Second of all, I feel like Nerdist steals it.
They do. So like somebody should flag them for copyright.
They can't accuse you of the same thing that they're doing.
You took free stuff that we also use, which is also free.
Yeah.
And
so we're upset about it now.
We're annoyed.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really too worried about it. Speaking of Nerdist and all that, Comic-Con is going on.
Oh, like the big one? The San Diego one?
Is it the big one right now? I think San Diego is... I think San Diego is this week. I think so.
Soon.
Well, I'm not sure when we're recording this and what's happening, but it's coming up.
Soon.
But soon. Anyway, they had the release of Justice League Action, which looks a lot like the Paul Dini, Bruce Timm Justice League.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
very cool look to it.
Nice.
The trailer was up. It's a really action-packed. I mean, if you're going to call yourself action...
Yeah, you should be action-packed.
action-packed.
Nice.
But some changes, like Soups looks like Soups, like who we want him to look like.
Yeah.
He's Silver Age, Modern Age Superman.
Yeah.
Not New 52 at all.
Good.
Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman. Batman's costume's a little bit different, but it's very much in line with, I guess, what he looks like now.
Okay.
If it were translated into, like, the Bruce Timm style.
Yeah.
So small cowl, very Christian Bale silhouette.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, I can live with that.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I never read a lot of Justice League. I watch a lot of the animated stuff, but I didn't read. I didn't get huge into DC. There was like a select few comics that
I was always under the impression that you were.
Oh no.
That you were like deep into DC.
No, it's deep Marvel.
So every time I go into big conversations about DC with you, you were just playing along.
No,
Thanks,
man.
man.
I still know stuff, and I read big story arcs and stuff like that, like major stuff, but
but it wasn't your thing.
No.
Marvel was your thing.
Yeah, I always related more to Marvel.
The Hulk.
For some reason, yeah.
The Rage Monster.
The Rage Monster.
He's a very relatable character.
Yeah.
I always liked the Hulk because he didn't have anything in his hands.
Yeah.
Like he didn't.
He just pummeled people.
Yeah, he just pummeled guys.
Threw people across the planet.
Oh yeah, or into the sun. No, did he? I don't think he actually threw anybody into the sun. Sentry did.
Sentry did.
Sentry threw Carnage into the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sentry's
terrific.
Such a good character. He's like, yeah.
Just a loose cannon.
An absolute loose cannon with actual mental disorders.
Yeah, which is great.
And the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns.
1,000,000 exploding suns. And he's a fictional character within his own world.
Yeah.
Which is what I always thought was incredible.
Yeah.
That he doesn't really actually exist. He was just forced into the minds of all the people who thought he was their best friend.
Yeah.
Is that still canon, or has it changed at all?
I don't know.
Because I mean, with him, he never really like. It's so weird because he's a, what do they call that? The un something narrator. What is it? The you can't actually believe anything he says. Unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
God damn, Alpha Brain hasn't kicked in yet.
It's working.
Alpha Brain by On It Labs.
Yeah.
But
Send us free stuff.
We would like your free things. We'll even take things that are expired and screw it.
Like, not super expired.
No, like a month.
Like a little bit.
I kind of believe in it's best before and not poison after.
Yeah.
Like, it's a best before date.
I've started just deciding that best before dates on food and stuff is just a sell-by date.
Oh, yeah. I think it's arbitrary as far as it turning to poison on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much everything.
Milk, you can have well past best before.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to
You just
die.
smell it.
You just smell. Well, I mean, if you smell it, it's weird. that's gone way past best before.
I always check it.
But if it's like best before June 22nd, 2016, it's not poison on the 23rd.
No,
Yeah.
I can drink that till like the 4th of July.
Exactly. I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't there like formaldehyde in milk? There's some kind of preservative in there.
Oh, there's
like a formaldehyde level.
I don't know anything about preservatives. I know that formaldehyde is one.
It's
and
a preservative.
Pectin is one.
Pectin is one.
And that's all I know.
Pectin is in jam.
Yes.
Put that pectin in your jam.
Delicious jam.
Delicious, delicious jam. I've got a raspberry bush in the back that is just pumping out a pint a day.
Oh.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Fresh raspberries.
It's a lot of work.
Kira's got 2 strawberry plants on my balcony.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to yield 1-2 strawberries a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited for them.
1 or 2 really tasty strawberries.
Yeah. Like, I am really hoping that she's at work and I poke my head out there and there's fresh, ripe strawberries. I'm going to jack it.
And they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
And she won't know what happened.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
What happened to my strawberries? I don't know.
Must not have grown. I
Never
don't know
grew.
what happened.
I feel like a gardener with my raspberries, but raspberries are a weed, and you got nothing to do, and they're just going to grow anyway.
Yeah, that's the great thing. Same with blueberries or Saskatoon berries.
Yeah, Saskatoon berries the same way.
Yeah.
But I did a tomato plant in the back, and it's doing nothing. It's like your strawberry plant. I get like 1 tomato a month out of it.
Yeah.
But they're nice, man.
Nothing,
they're better than nothing. And I was looking at it too, thinking to myself, like my tomatoes would get thrown out in a grocery store because they're ugly, but they're so tasty.
They wouldn't even make it to the grocery store.
They never even make it, man.
No.
That is such a problem.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking problem.
Aesthetics of produce.
Yeah, I hate corporate North America because of things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much good stuff out there getting tossed.
I wish I could remember the dude. Rogan had him on his podcast, and he has a thing about sustainable farming and how he rotates his livestock. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
He rotates them through other farms? Or?
No,
I don't understand.
Through his own
the
farm.
concept.
So he's got pigs, chickens, and cows,
Okay.
as well as like garden and just garden. And he has his cattle go through and graze first, and then the pigs go through second, and like the cattle graze, like grass and shit like that, and then they stomp around and stir shit up, and then the pigs go through and they eat the smaller shit, and also root up, and then the chickens go through and they eat the smaller shit than the pigs.
Yeah.
But then you also get the 3 different kinds of fertilizer from those livestock.
From all the animals.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be. He seems to think it's the best way to keep your soil healthy,
healthy and fertile.
And it's like super sustainable. His garden can feed like, I think 60 or 80 people.
Wow, that is bonkers.
And I want to say he's on like not even 10 acres.
That is not a lot of. I mean, realistically, it's not a huge amount for a farm.
Not for the amount of people that he can feed.
Yeah, 60. I mean, you could probably, if you had, I guess, enough of an idea on how to do it right, you could probably do it on 5 acres, I would imagine.
Yeah, depending on the efficiency.
Yeah.
Because he's got like his chicken coops are all on wheels that he pulls around with a quad. So he can like, they do their shit here, then he moves them to here and they do their shit.
Yeah.
So they just all rotate through whatever he's got.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. Man, I'd be such a good, bad communist. Because, I mean, I love the idea. I mean, obviously we know it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Communism, in theory, ends up creating a dictator.
It works with 10 people.
It really does.
Yeah.
If you've got 10 really good buddies,
yeah,
and you pitch in and you get like 10 acres,
yeah,
each guy gets an acre.
I think you need more than that.
You need more? An acre's a lot, man. An acre's pretty big.
Much.
You would know better than I would.
It's not that much. I actually started looking at houses and stuff the other day.
Yeah.
And it's not that much.
An acre is not as huge as I think it is.
No.
Okay, now
like,
you've seen the land my house is on.
Like 2 or 3 lots would be an acre.
Really?
Yeah.
I was under the impression that like my neighborhood was an acre.
No.
Really? So 2 or 3 lots is an acre.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not as big as I thought at all.
No.
Okay, all right.
Like I can probably throw a football over an acre. Like
really?
End to end, probably.
I had no idea. I never really understood the true logistics of how big an acre was. Though.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It seems, we think an acre is a hectare.
That makes more sense. Because what, 2.5, right?
I have no idea what the conversion is. Where's my phone?
There it is. I feel like it's 2.5. I for some reason that number sticks in my head, or not quite 2.5. But yeah, we went years ago. Our fam was gonna go pick up our family is gonna go pick up an acre, 20 acres, from like a friend of the family, and we never really got into it. But that 20 acres seemed like it was going on forever. Yeah, so like 2.4, like 2.5. Yeah,
pretty close to 2.5.
Pretty close to 2.5. That's not me knowing anything. That's me just remembering a dumb fact.
Just an arbitrary number.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's not bad though.
Yeah, so like 2.5 would be all right if you had like a large enough group of people.
Yeah, so say everybody gets 2.5. Yeah. So we each get a hectare.
Yeah. That's enough yard that you're a little bit private, but you're close enough.
Yeah, plus if you all get along, it's a good group. You don't have to see each other every single day. You make sure that you try not to hang out every single day too, man, because that whole like familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, somebody's gonna be mowing a little too close.
Fucking wearing old sandals all the time.
Why are you wearing Crocs?
Yeah.
Stop wearing those Crocs.
They're really comfy, but fuck that guy.
God, they're bright blue and shit.
Fucking Dan.
Fucking Dan. He's talking about how he realized he's dressing like an old man when he leaves the house.
Yeah. Yeah, he's wearing his slippers. He showed up. It's like 3 or 4 times recently he has worn his slippers to the gym.
That's awesome.
It is. They look so comfy.
Is it good because he looks comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's enjoying his life as a comfortable 78-year-old man.
Or he's just given up entirely.
I hope not, because that's a Costanza level thing, man. You don't ever want to be the Costanza.
I feel like other people look at him like he's given up. Mm-hmm. But I know.
You know when he knows.
It's pure comfort.
Yeah.
One destination. I'm not here to impress anyone.
That's the way to go. Because, I don't think you should ever dress to impress somebody else. If you're going to a meeting, dress to impress, whatever.
Yeah, there are situations, but like your day-to-day lifestyle shouldn't be like, well, I gotta get primed up to go outside today.
Yeah, man. It's like if I walk into a Sobeys or a Superstore and somebody's wearing CK1 and a bedazzled shirt.
Oh, I want to hit him with a 2x4. I
just want to throw a watermelon at him. Forget the 2x4.
That'd be great, too.
Ruin their shirt.
That'd be great, too.
But society says we can't do that.
It would stain.
It would stain.
I would really just love to walking tall.
A walking tall.
Yeah.
Buford. Was it Buford Pusser?
I don't know. Was that the real guy?
The real guy was Buford Pusser.
Maybe.
He carried that 2x4.
Yeah.
He was building his deck or something like that in the movie, right? In the Rock version of the movie?
Yeah, building
a deck and he's got the 2x4?
Yeah.
I can't remember how he got it.
It's a 4x4, actually, that The Rock uses in that.
He just turns it into a club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what the guy in the first movie did.
I never saw the first movie.
It's Joe Don Baker, I believe.
I don't even know who that is.
You'll know when you see him.
Yeah, that's basically how I live my whole life.
You'll know when you see it.
I don't recognize anyone's name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
They were a big Dixie Mafia war, weren't they? That whole idea of that, the real guy.
Yeah,
because he dies in a fiery crash.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he had a supercharged Corvette or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And his daughter, I guess when she was small, they killed his wife, I think in a car accident or a house fire or something like that.
House fire?
Something, and then he dies on the side of the road, and the daughter's pretty sure the Dixie Mafia is the one that had him killed. That's a big that's a big deal out there in the South.
Yeah, don't get fucked up with a mob.
Don't man.
Any kind of mob doesn't matter.
If
Irish,
they have
Russian,
mafia attached to their name, it's best to stay away.
Mob. Maybe move.
Maybe just move. Hey, move. And maybe if you're lucky, they don't come after you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Cement shoes.
Cement shoes. That's the Chicago way.
Yes, it is.
Was that his last good movie?
Who, Connery?
Connery.
Which movie?
That's the one we were just referencing. Friggin' Untouchables. Goddamn brain fart. Really? Okay, I'll give you Untouchables and The Rock.
I was just going to bring up The Rock.
What else has he done that was anything after that you were like, that's really good? That he was actually in.
That the movie is good or that he is good?
The whole thing and him. Okay, look, he's good in everything.
Because like in
Sean Connery's great.
it's pretty great.
Yeah.
But I watched it recently trying to fall asleep, and it's not that great.
But he was good.
He's great.
Yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is awful, but super hot.
That was at a time when I didn't like her face.
Yeah,
and I couldn't get into it for some reason. It's arbitrary too, man. She's a fine actress and she's pretty, and I get all that, and she can act out of a paper bag, no problem.
Yeah,
and most people can't.
It's not a great movie though. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Maybe she wasn't great in it. There was just a couple not believable parts.
The butt scene.
It was the laser butts. Great. That's a great excuse.
The laser bum was a good reason to have a bum.
Yeah.
In a
For
movie.
her to be tight leather pants or whatever she's wearing.
Yeah, it's like some sort of like refracting spandex.
Yeah, which
whatever it was.
Right now would just be Lululemon pants.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Superhero gear became Lululemons.
Yeah, maybe she spawned that revolution without us even knowing.
I'm sure that kind of thing happened. I mean, I'm sure at some point somebody who was not in shape thought to themselves, how can I look better? And instead of hitting the gym, like I'll just get pants that form my bum. Yeah. And I'll look better because,
really, the Lululemons, like, it just knocks it up 2 notches.
Yes.
Like, if your bum is a 6, it's an 8 in Lulu pants.
In the Lulu pants.
And then just exponentially from there. Like, if your bum is a 10, then it's a 12.
It's off the scale.
It's confusing to look at.
It's confusing because it's no longer realistic. It's cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In a good way.
Yeah, it's Batgirl's ass.
It's Batgirl's butt.
Or Catwoman, I guess.
Catwoman. Well, they changed Batgirl's costume
a couple of times.
Yeah.
She's now pretty armory now.
Yeah, it's a good costume though. I like it.
Yeah.
The new one. I guess like it was born in New 52.
Yeah, like most of the New 52 costumes I liked. Most.
Yeah, they weren't terrible.
Well, at least Bat Family stuff I thought was good.
Well, Catwoman turned into like a hardcore spandex stripper for the most part.
Yeah, which was whatever.
Fine. Whatever, they did it. I mean, I'm not going to argue it. I'm not like, social justice warrior here.
No.
But whatever, it is what it was.
Well, yeah, like whatever. She's Catwoman.
But her character's cool though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Her character's not a pushover or like a second fiddle to some dude or whatnot.
That's part of the great, like, she owns that hypersexual I do what I want type of attitude, which is cool.
Not like who was the one they turned into like essentially a rape doll? Firestar.
Oh.
Is that who? Starfire.
Starfire.
Yeah.
Starfire.
Where she couldn't remember anything and all she did was like just have sex all the time.
Bang an arsenal.
It was brutal.
Fucking Red Hood and then Nightwing.
And Robin rejects her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's little.
Yeah.
Well, they de-aged them all and put him back in the
Tim
Teen Titan.
Drake.
Yeah, it was Tim Drake at that time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Jason was back to being Red Hood.
Yeah.
What a great character.
Yeah. Red Hood and the Outlaws is actually decent.
That was a 52 title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Starfire being a whore in that, but
that's rough.
But I like, because they took Arsenal back to basically just being Red Arrow.
Okay.
And he's like buddies with Red Hood.
Yeah.
And their dynamic is cool.
That's really neat. Did you read any of that, like pre-52 Judd Winnick Green Arrow stuff?
No.
Judd Winnick and Phil Hester.
Fuck the Green Arrow, basically.
Do you not like Green Arrow? Is he a Batman knockoff? He just won't have it.
Yeah, he's a little bit. I want to like Green Arrow.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Because of the show or the comic?
Well,
because you look a bit like the comic book version of Green Arrow.
I do a little
I'm just saying.
I do a little bit.
Put a hood on you.
Yeah, and I feel like that's probably why I continually try to like him.
Yeah.
And maybe I just choose bad titles to read because I get whatever. I'll try and read a story and it's fuck you the whole time. Just you incompetent fuck.
I'll give you before he died, when Kevin Smith came back and brought him back to life.
Okay.
Before he died, he was a bit of a pansy and not really a great. He didn't really have a great role in the DCU. Yeah. He had nothing going on. He was kind of bland. But then all of a sudden, they kill him off.
How long ago was this?
Got to be 15 years. I'm talking like late 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. So around the late 90s and whatnot, Kevin Smith shows up and he rewrites the not so much an origin, but he rewrites him coming back to life. Well, he writes him coming back to life and then rewrites some of the origin story of Green Arrow, and turns him into a texting Texterson.
Sorry, I was texting Dad.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I just asked if he was going to call in.
He should call in, man. We'll plug him in. We'll stop this when he does. We'll plug him in and bring him on.
We'll Skype him in right here.
We'll have him right there. Yeah. But Kevin Smith rewrote the whole thing.
So he retooled the death and then sort of rewrote the origin?
Kinda, yeah.
So is it a Lazarus Pit type resurrection, or how does he not dead?
Honest to God, I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
That's fair.
But
But he was less of a bitch after?
He was a complete less of a bitch. He was really, they brought him back quite well. And then Phil Hester, his art was incredible.
Yeah.
When he redid the whole, when he came on board with Judd Winnick, and Judd Winnick started really writing a year one version of Green Arrow. Green Arrow, and they brought his kid in, Connor Hawk. Him and Shadow have a son.
Oh.
Shadow's that chick. Again, I'm probably going down a rabbit hole here.
No, it's fine.
She was
Cheshire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheshire.
Was she Huntress?
No.
Shadow.
Neither of those.
No.
Shadow was Shadow.
Okay.
Shadow was Shadow on the master's daughter there.
But she wasn't Cheshire also?
Was Shadow? We can look it up. You've got your phone there.
That's true. I do have my phone. Where's Dan?
And where is Dan? We need a Dan.
We need a researcher.
But yeah, I mean, it was really well done. That's when he becomes mayor. That's when he takes over Star City as like the chief vigilante. Everybody knows who he is. They wonder if he's Green Arrow or not. It was a very Tony Stark meets Batman.
Okay.
The tone is lighter than Batman. The villains are really good. Well written, well drawn. Like it was a fun story to read, and it stood pretty much on its own. Like nobody really showed up. But Phil Hester's art, man, was crazy good. He redid a lot, or not redid, but he drew a lot of that Nightwing run as well.
I really like Nightwing.
Nightwing is your buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, when I was young, I really liked Dick Grayson Robin, and then I really, really liked Nightwing.
He was the character we watched grow up.
Yeah.
He grew up with us.
I would really like a live action Nightwing, but I think they would fuck it up. So if they could do some cool animated stories that were Nightwing heavy, that would be fine. DC animated.
You should get on that DC animated. But whenever we do get an animated Nightwing, it's always pretty good.
Yeah, like anytime the new couple of, like all the new Justice League animated stuff, all the new DC stuff, the Batman and Robin, or Batman versus Robin, Son of Batman, all that shit's really good.
It's solid stuff.
Really, really good.
When Damian puts a beating on Nightwing.
Yeah.
He's got to actually tie him up and hang him.
Still fucking drags him back, but he's just leaking everywhere. Just like, that wasn't fun.
I think this belongs to you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you beat up a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But not handily. Like,
yeah, it wasn't like you throttled a
10-year-old. No.
You fought a 10-year-old, and he held his own. What's the verdict?
I don't know. I Googled DC Shadow, and it was a dude with a scarf.
Oh, no. It's S-H... No, yeah, that's the Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Shadow Knows. The Shadow Knows!
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's what that was.
And then I panicked, and I've gone nowhere since. I was like, fuck, I don't know.
S-H-A-D-O.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Green Arrow Shadow would probably the way to go.
That chick.
So much of this is going to get cut out.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, I didn't read any of that. She's the Asian chick, okay.
Yeah, she's the Asian chick. I don't want to talk about her anymore.
So Dan just responded. He said, I want to, but I probably shouldn't.
Oh, lame.
I'm going to send back says who.
Says who? Send him like a photo of this whole thing going on.
All right.
Text him a picture of us having a good time, and he's not here.
I got to turn this
you're going to do that way, are you? That's you, Dan. That's you not being here.
The worst. He was really mad.
I can imagine.
For a minute.
He's a little annoyed you couldn't be here.
Yeah, because he was like, well, you're going to fucking Punisher Max? Like, are you, like, upset muttering to yourself?
I think he is a little upset about it.
Yeah,
he
is super upset.
So how did you like the Punisher Max?
He's envious. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, was that him again?
Yeah, that happened right away.
Jeez, he did not waste any time at all, did he?
No.
That's not him.
Yeah, it was totally him. He was just very fast. I think he sent that before he got the picture. Yeah, it was super good, man.
Punisher Max.
Punisher Max was super good. I really liked the coming up of Kingpin. I liked the super insanity of Bullseye.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool twist on him because he was always pretty crazy.
One word. Barracuda.
Oh, yeah.
Is he not a great character?
Yeah.
He's got to make it into the mainstream universe, man.
It would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. And, yeah, Elektra was cool. I thought it was a justifiable way to end it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, everything about it was really cool. I liked that he's older.
Yeah.
He's not like a 25-year-old, 30-year-old guy who just got back from Iraq.
Yeah.
He's a
like
Vietnam vet.
Fucking 58.
Yeah. He's an old man.
Yeah.
And when he's laying a shit kicking on young guys, they don't know how the hell he's doing it. It's like, I don't get it.
Get upset during it.
During a
at
beatdown.
themselves.
Yeah.
60-year-old man.
And that was my favorite part, I think, about Valley Forge, like the last one.
Yeah.
And all those guys on the rooftop, the rooftop caves in because he knows they're coming.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting in the room afterwards, like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the shit kicking I took from a 60-year-old man.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah. It was really well done. That's why I kind of feel like I missed out, or the world missed out, getting a Dolph Lundgren 60-year-old Punisher in the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Why does everybody hate on that movie?
I'm not hating on it.
When's the last time you saw it?
The original Punisher?
Yeah.
I watched all of the Punishers not even that long ago.
Really?
Yeah. It's probably my second favorite one.
The Dolph Lundgren one?
Yes.
You mean Marvel movie?
No, Punisher movie.
What was your favorite?
Warzone, I think.
Yeah, Warzone is it's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Warzone did not get the credit it deserved.
No. I feel like Warzone's a little bit like Dread.
Yes.
Like the new Dread, where it's gritty and it's really good, and everybody that knows what it should be thinks it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But everybody else sucks dicks.
Yeah.
So that nobody else knows.
Exactly.
Whereas and Warzone was the same way, where it followed a storyline pretty concisely.
Yeah.
And really did give justice to the horrifying violence of Punisher.
Yeah. It really did. Like that whole sequence where he's in the hallway and was it the Yakuza, right, in the beginning?
Yep.
And he just puts a beating on these guys.
And, so vicious.
Ray Stevenson could have done that role in Netflix.
Yeah. Like instead of the John Bernthal. Yeah.
I don't mind him.
No, I think he's good.
I feel like he is Punisher. He's not necessarily my Punisher.
Yeah.
But he is Punisher.
Yeah, I think
a good version of it.
He's a good version. I think he fits that little Defenders universe really well.
Because let's be honest, we're never going to get a Marvel Max version in a movie.
It's too violent.
It's way too violent.
Yeah, they'll never make any money off of it. That's what it's all about, right? So
that's pushing that Deadpool limit pretty hard.
Yeah,
like that's taking all the goodwill you earned from an R-rated Deadpool and just pissing on it,
fucking throwing it in the garbage.
Yeah, because he is a violent character.
He would lure people in, because we got a glimpse of that in the jail fight in the new Daredevil.
Guess what?
You haven't fucking seen it yet.
Not yet.
Oh my god! I hate you so much now.
I know, man. It's not even like I'm avoiding it. I've had so much shit going on.
Yeah,
I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah,
that's fair.
And I really, really want to get on board because it looks so good. I heard the jail fight's great. I heard the stairwell fight with Daredevil is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's good. You've seen the first season, right?
Oh yeah.
KK.
Love that.
Yeah.
Don't like the last costume. I don't like the real costume so much. I wish he'd stayed gritty.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's okay.
Yeah. It feels Daredevil-y. It's a little bit more armory than I really want it to be, but it makes sense within the confines of everything.
Yeah.
I forget who that armorer is all the time.
The armorer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the first season.
Oh,
he's somebody.
The guy with the saws. He's got the saws on his arms. And the I can see his costume. He wears that mask, the yellow shirt, it's the buzz saws on his arm.
Green and yellow.
Greenish yellowish, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. You feel free to look that up. Unless you're talking to Dan.
I'm looking it up and talking to Dan.
Nice, because you can multitask. Not like kids today who can barely play Pokemon and keep their head up, getting hit by cars and finding bodies in their bridges.
That's a
problem?
It's a huge problem. I think the game is a great idea.
Yeah.
But who's spawning fucking Pokemon in the middle of the road?
Yeah.
Like, you're using Google Maps.
Mm-hmm.
Just, have the roads in there.
So are people doing that? Or is Google Maps just, randomly auto-spawning these things?
I think the game's...
The game, yeah, not Google Maps.
Yeah, auto-spawns the game. The Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know what parameters it uses.
Mm-hmm. You would imagine, being that Google's got a pretty good algorithm for everything they do. Like their search algorithm is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they can kind of control that map fairly well by like where the roads are. Like when you go now and you overlay that yellow line on all the certain roads of a yellow line, certain roads of an orange or red, depending on traffic and congestion and all that shit, right?
Yeah, it's getting live updates and stuff, right?
Yeah, why can't the maker of the game or Nintendo, whoever's doing it, why can't they just make it so that you don't put them on the middle of the road or put them on a highway?
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and maybe that it's supposed to be like that.
I definitely don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't looked into this game at all except for the videos of guys walking to walls and shit. Like there's a video now of that kid who's just walking around. He's a comedian, and he'll like walk into a door or he'll walk into a post, and they're going to maybe give him a ticket now or fine him because he went into the subway system. And he doesn't get the idea of a third rail. He's like, no, it's fine. I was more afraid of getting caught than getting hurt. It's like, well, then you got a problem, man.
Yeah.
Because if you're more afraid of getting caught than getting hurt, you don't know the dangers of what's going on down there.
You just don't know. You don't believe that the third rail is a thing then.
Yeah, because the third rail absolutely is a thing, and it's going to kill your ass if you don't look out for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's walking around, and my mom, she saw a video, and she's like, what is this Pokemon thing? I'm like, oh, this is what it is. She goes, I saw a guy fall in the water. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, he just friggin' kept walking.
Perfect.
Yeah. And even she gets the idea of Darwinism. And for her, it's like, no, if he goes in the subways. I mean, this is my mom, like 67-year-old lady is like, if he gets hit by the train or steps on the third rail, well, that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That's what happens when dumb people do dumb things they don't understand.
Yeah.
It feels like a disruptive technology, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, but it feels like that's what's happening.
Well, I don't know why people have to stare at their phones. Your phone vibrates
when
the creatures are near.
So it's got an alert system.
Open it and hold it and walk around. And then look at your little map and see, oh, there's leaves rustling over there. Maybe I'll go over there. I don't know. People are stupid.
I think that's the problem. We're surrounded now by like an exponential number.
Yeah, man. Like, if 1% of the people in Canada are stupid, what's that, 300,000 people or 350,000 people?
I think that's 3 million people.
Is that what 1% of 35 is?
Oh, no, my math is no good. I'm math dyslexic, so I have a hard time with this shit.
That's fair. I think it's not. I think it's
still
less
though.
Than 3 million.
Let's say 300,000 people are walking around dumb as shit.
Idiots.
There's a lot of dumb people.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like if you expand that out to the world populace, 1%
of 7 billion.
Of 7 billion.
There's a lot of dumb people walking around.
So many dumb people.
I think it's less though. I think once you get out to the parts of the world, I strongly believe that most of the tribal populations or people who live tribally
have common sense.
Have common sense.
Live.
Because they don't have the kind of stupid shit that we do in the West.
Yeah.
I think the Western world is like, if you looked at it as the world being a gigantic body, and that everything else is like a microorganism, like people are bacteria or parasites, and the fuck we are.
Yeah.
And you did a map, and you just like, there was red for hot and blue for cold and all that kind of shit. North America is red with stupidity.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world is pretty chill.
Yeah, our culture has bred stupidity into us.
It really has. And it's like we're not, I don't think we're deliberately being kept docile, but I think the people like being docile.
I don't think it started out being deliberate, but it became deliberate.
Deliberate by like a government force?
No, I don't think
Black?
A grand conspiracy.
Is it the Men in Black? I'm sorry.
It's the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
It's the Illuminati.
Anyway.
I don't think it's actually like a grand conspiracy, but I think that so much of the media is controlled by such a small percentage. Like it's like 6 corporations that control all of the Western media. They realized that certain things invoke certain responses.
Yeah.
And once those started to make money for them, then that's the direction that they went. So more docile, more consumerist, and then now that's just how we are.
That's the way it is now.
And me and my dad were talking the other day, and it's like, people don't grow up helping around the house, helping on the farm, stuff like that. So you don't develop the common sense that was naturally developed by kids.
That's too true.
20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like even just playing outside.
Yeah.
Like we knew enough.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
How many times do you lick a pole in the winter?
Yeah, you just don't do it.
Like once. That's how many times you do it.
See, I saw Christmas Story, and I just didn't do it.
Well, yeah, or you see someone do it once.
But yeah, that's a big brother thing, though. Yeah. Like you tell your little brother to lick a pole.
Yeah.
He licks a pole, and then he doesn't.
Ever
and he tells your other little brother to go lick a pole.
or his friend or whatever.
Yeah.
It trickles down.
Big brother, middle brother, they have stopped licking poles. Yeah, because they learned. Yeah.
And they don't have a cup of hot water to get your tongue off that fucking pole.
Not if you're at school.
No, you're leaving flesh there.
Yeah, man.
Things taste weird for a week.
That's rough, man. But yeah, that's what happened though. I think that's a really good way to put it. As there's almost less to do but be docile with your gear, with your toys.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're just, and even parents now.
Oh yeah.
Like our generation of parent, like half of us were idiots.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, when you see those guys on their phones and shit, that's all they do. I mean, like texting became big when we were all around, I don't know, like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
Like it really kind of took off. It was around, but really took off around then.
Well, I mean, cell phones have become a thing in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like cell phones didn't exist until I was 10.
No, and if they did, it was for the elite. Like
If
you
they
were
did,
rich.
Like Saved by the Bell Zach Morris phones were thousands of dollars, and you could never use them.
I never watched that show.
Airtime. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Fine.
But I know what you mean.
I don't
it's
have
like
any other
the big
reference.
fat gray phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The brick.
Yeah.
I remember watching on I think it's Lethal Weapon, right? When he's got the phone.
Yeah.
And that thing is like on a suitcase.
Yeah.
Like he's carrying it around.
Yeah.
And you'd
it's
think
got a curly cord, one of these.
it's got one of these guys on it.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you would see in old World War II movies or like Korean War.
That's the comm guy.
Yeah.
He's got the backpack.
Yeah. It's a big Motorola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sat phone.
Yeah, but I mean that was like you were rich when you had that.
Yeah, loaded.
You were loaded.
Yeah.
I got like calling from the car phone. Like I mean that was something Jerry Ewing would say in Dallas.
Yeah.
I'll call him from the car phone.
Yeah.
To tell you he was rich.
To just
Yeah.
portray the opulence of
The opulence of that character.
Yeah.
Within that era.
the white fucking tuxedo
Yeah.
Texas style tie.
You're imagining Boss Hog.
Yeah, I super am imagining box hog.
But that's what you thought, right? When you saw a guy who had a phone, the guy, he was a douchebag.
Yeah. Now
Like,
everybody's
got one. It's no longer a status symbol.
No.
Even an iPhone is no longer a status symbol.
No, because everybody
Yeah.
has the most expensive phone.
Yep. Exactly. Everybody has the most expensive phone. The only way to get anything better is if it's jewel encrusted and dipped in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And
Otherwise,
it's not a better phone. It's just heavier.
And they're not, like none of the phones really are great to begin with.
Well, all right. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by not great.
I mean, like realistically, you've got Samsung, for example, has got TouchWiz sitting on top of that, right? The interface, which is slow as shit, and bloatware, which is boring. I mean, it's slow as shit. Bloatware and TouchWiz really slow your phone down.
Yeah, that's fair.
They really do. So I mean, unless you're a guy, okay, we're nerdy as hell.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of stuff to get that out of our phone, and we can mod our stuff and do whatever, right? So it's not so bad for guys like us.
Do with a Samsung.
With a Samsung, with an Android. I mean, you can't do that at all with an iPhone.
No.
But I mean, at the same time, you've got some things that with iPhone that you get on top. I mean, they've got better encryption.
Yeah.
They do have a lockdown OS and a lockdown user interface.
Yeah, the UI it's smooth, it's easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. Yeah. It's idiot proof.
Yeah.
But they deliberately fuck your phone up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do shit to make your phone slower or faster
well, I mean,
or better.
2 years and the operating system is too heavy for your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
you've met Janet, right? Asian Janet. I feel like you have.
Maybe.
You probably know her to see her. Another one of those.
Yeah.
But she was one of these girls who had an iPhone 3GS, did not understand or did not care to update her operating system at all. Just ignored, didn't go looking for it. Because, I mean, on iPhones, you can still go look for it.
Yeah.
Have you got it, Dan?
Yeah,
What's he got?
He's just asking what we were talking about.
Well, you tell him that that's his last update. Because he doesn't get to be a part of this tonight, working at one of the nicest bars in town. Nightjar Yegg on White Ave.
Yeah, like...
But yeah, anyway, she didn't update her phone.
Ever.
Nothing, ever. And she had a 3GS that died, I think, 2 weeks ago. Finally.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Still running smooth, still running fast, no problems.
But left the OS the same
Like
forever.
2.2.8.
Yeah,
yeah.
which is fine, because that's the OS that was designed to run on
that
the 3GS.
Phone. Yeah.
Not the one that was designed to run an iPhone 5.
Yeah, exactly.
That's got 3 times the processing.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you can't run an iPhone 6S on that 2.2. That thing's just vibrating over there, man.
It vibrates really hard.
That's all right. Whereas you can downgrade fairly easily with an Android. Like rooting your phone on an Android is not that difficult of a thing to do. It might seem daunting to like your grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
All
for
of my
the
grandmothers
average,
are deceased.
Hey.
They're not doing anything.
moi aussi. But not that we should be cheering that. I mean,
No.
we love and miss our grandmothers.
We do, but we're samies.
Look at you with all the technology over here.
I know. I brought this in case he FaceTimed or Skyped.
And he's not gonna.
Well, I really want him to. I don't have Wi-Fi here.
You haven't got the Wi-Fi?
No, not on this. I got.
Would you like me to put it on there?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like this is more fucking cutout idiocy.
I think what you need to do is start talking because I'm not talking right now.
Yeah, well, having dead grandmas is great. They're really bad at technology. I learned that old people can barely follow instructions when it comes to technology when I worked at TELUS.
Well, you were an IT guy that had to deal with that shit.
I did the over-the-phone tech support for TELUS home phone, internet,
ouch,
and TELUS TV.
So all the basic stuff that people need to survive if they want to communicate with the outside world.
Yeah.
And you had to deal with all the old people.
Oh, man, the home phone's the worst because there's, like, fuck all you can do about it.
What do you mean?
Most of the time, like, for me, like, did you unplug all of your phones?
Yeah.
Okay. You had them all unplugged at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still doesn't work? I will send a technician.
That's all I can do.
Yeah. And then some places it's like, okay, so there'll be a tech out in 15 days.
Wow.
Because you live in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Wow.
And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do about my phone for 15 days? Well,
I don't know. I
don't know
didn't
what to
choose to
tell you.
live out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you over to Loyalty and Retention. They'll credit your bill.
Wow.
That's all I got.
I almost feel like if you're going to live way out in the boonies like that, they should give you an old TELUS flip phone.
Yeah.
That's your free phone you take with you.
Now, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I mean, you'd be fucked anyways.
Yeah, because there would be no reception.
Yeah.
There's no cell towers back then.
Yeah.
You were at TELUS a long time.
Yeah, like 2 and change years.
But, I mean, it felt longer maybe because you were so stressed out by having to deal with idiots.
400 years. Plus,
Yeah.
I bounced almost, like, 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
Pretty much that whole time.
Taking all your frustration
So
out.
I just never slept on the weekends.
Yeah.
I worked so many doubles where it'd be like I get home at 5, get up at 6:30 to go to work at 7, get off work at 3, die for 4 hours, get up, go back to... Yeah, it was awful time.
I wonder if, like, we can even use that part of the conversation because they tell us so much. I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dip the audio every time you talk about where you worked. So when people wonder, they're like, oh, where do you work?
Why would it matter?
I don't know, man. We're not really talking shit about them.
I'm not selling trade secrets.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's
all good.
I was an ex-employee. I don't think I signed a non-disclosure when I left.
Yeah, maybe you didn't.
So
I don't think you have to. Would you have to? What kind of secrets have they got? Do they
I
have,
didn't
like,
know any secrets.
organic alien babies in the basement?
No, I was the first tech support team for TELUS Satellite TV.
Oh, really?
Which was basically just them reselling Bell in areas that Bell couldn't fucking sell or whatever.
I'll tell you, I never had better reception on my phone than when I had TELUS Pay and Talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because apparently they piggybacked off of all the Bell
network?
off of every network, and I never lost reception anywhere.
That's awesome.
Shit, it was really good. I was surprised how good it was.
I have almost canceled my fucking Rogers twice since working out in Vermilion.
Really? Your cell, because the reception is kind of crap out there.
Yeah.
Really? I wonder how that works out. Like they just couldn't get out there, or they just don't go out there. They don't build.
I just don't think they're expanded out there. When I called them the last time saying I was going to cancel, they said that the CRTC was forcing partnership with all of the cell towers, so that they had to share.
Yeah, they have to share their reception now. Their towers now.
Which my reception has gotten better.
Yeah.
But not.
Not to hijack this conversation at all, because we're going in a pretty good direction. But did you see that the Hot Toys toy for the Joker in Suicide Squad? You know Hot Toys, yeah?
Yeah.
Hot Toys makes some of the coolest action figures. I don't think they did that one. That's Luke's contribution to the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Zatanna over there. But really high quality, high detail stuff. And their release is Joker wearing a purple and green and yellow Batman costume.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
He's got a big R on the belt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that drew that whole idea that, is he Jason Todd? We don't know. I mean, I don't think he is, but...
That wouldn't hurt my feelings.
It wouldn't kill me, man. Because, like, I don't believe this to be to me, this is like, it is the Murderverse. It's the Injustice universe. It's not the real DC universe to me.
Yeah.
So if he was Robin, why not? Shit, I hate these movies anyway. So just do whatever you want to do. Give me something to love.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The Batfleck was the only good part about Batman and Superman.
Batfleck, well, everything Batman was good.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Everything Superman was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fuck Lois Lane.
Yeah, like again, everything Superman.
You know what? Write a news story.
Yeah.
Why are you chasing Superman to save him?
Yeah. You can't save him.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, you're a human.
Why are you running towards an explosion?
She must have super strength and super speed because she makes it across Metropolis faster than anything in an explosion or in a, like an apocalyptic scenario. She is flying across.
It's Dan. I'm sorry, it's Dan.
Mute that thing, man.
He's just trying really hard to be on the podcast.
You tell him to either be here or mute that thing because we're cutting all that stuff out.
He wants to FaceTime, but I don't have an iPhone.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We can't FaceTime. He should get Skype.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Dead air.
Sorry. I'm telling Dan to that I don't have a phone and he should get Skype.
He should get Skype because Skype is awesome. Microsoft owns Skype, and Skype is awesome. There we go.
Sorry.
You tell Dan that he's done now.
Fucking Dan. I'm just going to turn the ringer off.
Well, there you go. Because that's what I did.
Like an adult.
Mine down there. Good grown up. Self-control, man. That's a problem with Pokemon.
Do not disturb is supposed to just like if I put it upside down, it's not supposed to tell me.
Is that a Samsung thing?
Yeah.
If your phone is upside down.
Yeah, if it's face down, it's not supposed to give you notifications at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because the light.
Yeah, well, I would assume it would be the light dealy bop.
The sensor dealy there. The dealy bop.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He really wants to come.
Well, he should.
He's trying to get me to do things on my iPad that I don't know how to do.
Does he want us to pause it and just start up?
Can we? Is that okay?
Well, I guess we can call this episode a day, and then we can just start a new one.
We could do that, or whatever. I mean,
we kind of went all over the map.
Yeah, we're all over the place anyways.
Well, I mean, it was all right.
I'm fucking derailing conversations all over the place.
No, it's good. Man. For the most part, it was pretty good. We had a good little run here, but we had a weird ending.
I know. I'm
sorry. It was very strange. How far did we make it in? We only made it in like an hour.
We didn't do an introduction either.
But they know who you are.
Maybe.
You've been here before.
Once.
Ghost McDougall. Were you farting?
No, my hip was like...